Look what else was in this 5,000 page bill that included scraps and more or less a slap in the face to the working people of the United States. But look, COVID-19 relief bill doubles healthcare budget for Congress. Yay, yay, good for them. They already have really good healthcare. How about they fight for Medicare for all for the tens of millions of people who have lost their healthcare because they lost their jobs? The tens of thousands of people that die each year in the US because they don't have health care. Oh, yeah, and it also saves money. I wonder why they're not fighting for that when a vast majority of their constituents support it. I wonder if it has anything to do with them being bought and paid for by the same industries that profit. I wonder if that has any. Again, nothing wrong with members in Congress having good health care, but why the fuck aren't they fighting for Medicare for all right now? Literally, every single one of them. They can all fucking burn in hell, frankly. It's disgusting. In a flurry of this is from Li Feng in the Intercept, I'll link below. In the last minute legislating over coronavirus relief, congressional leaders abandoned hazard pay for essential workers and emergency funding for local governments that may have been on the brink of municipal bankruptcy. But yeah, doubling their healthcare expenditures, it's great. It's fucking great. But lawmakers did find funding to dramatically increase the budget for the exclusive government-run health clinic that serves Congress. The Office of Attending Physician, which provides medical services to lawmakers, received a special boost of $5 million, more than doubling its annual budget, which is currently around $4.27 million. The increase in funding for the OAP, it's the Office of Attending Physician, is the third budget hike Congress has provided to its own health clinic over the last, third budget hike Congress has provided to its own health clinic over the last year, while the working class, have gotten that means tested $1,200 check back in March, and then another $600 means tested check in December. Really? But three hikes to their budget expenses 1 year. It's okay. No worry. Nothing to see here. We don't need to fight to make sure everybody has health care, but we're going to double the funding for ours. You guys can go fuck off. That's how else can you really reason that? I mean, it's just a huge slap in the face. It's disgusting. It just really shows how both parties are completely corrupt, bought and paid for by their capitalist overlords, the moneyed interest, whether that be healthcare companies, fossil fuel industry, Wall Street, military industrial complex, etc. The OAP described some of the country's best and most efficient government-run healthcare, employs several physicians and nurses, provide on-call treatment to legislators on Cap Hill, and new funding is justified by new services required for confronting the pandemic. How about new services for the fucking rest of us? How about Medicare for all that saves tens of thousands of lives a year, hundreds of billions of dollars a year, and everybody's covered? No pre-existing conditions, no co-pays, no deductibles, none of that dog shit. I mean, you can go see any doctor that you want. The significant increase in funding from congressional health services comes as some provisions for working class Americans were sharply curtailed or eliminated entirely. Earlier versions of the second round of stimulus legislation included $200 billion to pay frontline essential workers an additional 13 per hour. Yes. I mean, look what was in this bill compared to what's not and what needs to be. And again, kudos to Tulsi and Rashida Tlaib, the only Democrats in Congress who didn't vote against this because it's completely inadequate. And the fact that it's 5,000 pages and they got it like the day of when they're expected to vote on it that day, that is ridiculous. So all the people that voted on it, frankly, were voting for a lot of shit they don't know. And there's a lot of bad stuff in it. I mean, provision did not make it to the final bill released on Monday, but they got the double of their healthcare expenditures to that Office of the Physician thing. And the proposed $1,200 stimulus checks were also reduced to $600. Yay for the working folks. Get shafted once again by our fucking do nothing government unless it concerns enriching themselves or their corporate overlords. Coronavirus relief legislation also contains dozens of provisions that benefit business owners, investors, including tax benefits for, the full expansion of the 3 martini lunch tax deduction for business meals and the so-called double dip tax deduction for recipients of PPP program stimulus money use tax-free grants from the federal government to use taxable income. Bill extends federal eviction moratorium through January 3rd, like $25 billion for rental assistance. Like that is a slap in the face. That is nothing. People are so far behind right now, and then you're giving them fucking $600. That doesn't even cover rent for a one bedroom anywhere in the fucking U.S. Come on, it's disgusting. It's another slap in the face to the working people who, again, are really struggling and hurting right now. They need health care. Congress has great health care. They just doubled the funding for it, and Pelosi can't even bring Medicare for all to the floor for a fucking vote. And there's so-called people on the left who think pressuring politicians to actually get shit done is a bad thing. They can all fuck off, in my opinion, frankly. It's disgusting. Money to give them great health care and to continue that, but we can't get that, and we get a measly $600 if you qualify for it. And again, Trump and Mnuchin had agreed previously before the election to a $1.8 trillion stimulus would have retroactive unemployment insurance along with the $400 retroactive unemployment boost each week, along with $1,200 checks. And the COVID relief we got now, $900 billion. And again, not even all of that's, going to stimulus, to directly helping people. It's disgusting, but unfortunately more of the same from our duopoly that serves corporate power. And their own self-interest. I don't know how you could come to any different conclusion, unfortunately. Those are my thoughts. Share yours down below. Like the video if you like the damn video. If not, dislike it. That's cool too. Subscribe for more content. Peace. Much love.